Alright guys, so I am taking my CoverGirl Stay Fabulous Outlast foundation, which is a really good full coverage foundation. The only thing is it has SPF in it, so if you are having pictures taken and you are going to know you're going to be in front of a flash, then I would not recommend using an SPF foundation because it will flash back and give you a ghost face. I am just applying this all over my face evenly with a Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just using circular motions to blend it all out and get a nice even coverage. This foundation does dry rather quickly, so I would recommend working fast if you are using this product. And it is relatively full coverage, so it is a really good foundation for being drugstore. Next, I am taking my really worn down Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and just pressing that into my skin. I do not recommend rubbing because you will rub the foundation off. Powder is a really important part of this entire makeup look because you do not want to look shiny in your pictures, so definitely use powder. Next up, I'm going to be using bronzer, and I'm using Hoola by Benefit, and this is just a little sample size, and I actually really love this bronzer. Just take a big fluffy brush and a really light hand and just work this upwards on the contour area of your cheek and a little bit above. You don't want to go too much below that because it's going to start to look a little bit muddy and weird. So just keep working it in a light-handed motion, circular motions on your temples and on your cheekbones, and then you also do your jawline just to give a little bit of definition and some color into your face. Next up, I am using a blush, and this is by Milani. It's a really pretty baked blush, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it. So instead of using a highlighter today, I'm just going to use this blush since it has, enough shimmer. I don't want to be super sparkly all over my face. Next up, I'm going to be working on my eyebrows, and I'm using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in medium to dark, I think. It's just a colored or tinted wax, and I actually really like it. It holds your eyebrows in place, and then also, you can fill it in since it has a little bit of color in it. Just be really light-handed when you're doing eyebrows. They do make a big difference in defining your eyes. Just make sure not to go too heavy and make sure your color matches. Next up, moving on to eyes, I am using the 24-hour Color Stay Tattoo as a base, just a light shimmery shade. This is going to be a base for our eyeshadow and keep it lasting all day. And next up, I will be taking a light shimmery shade. This is an Essence eyeshadow, which is like $2 at the drugstore, but works really well. I'm just taking this on a shader brush, and I will be applying this to my bottom half of my eyelid, not going too high up near the eyebrow. Just apply this color all over the eyelid, maybe in the inner corner a little bit, just to give a little highlight. We're going to be taking this neutral light brown shade. You can take any neutral brown shade on a fluffy brush and work that through your crease. This is just going to be a transition shade for the rest of the eye makeup. There's no rhyme or reason here. Don't take it too high, but just keep it within that crease area and blend it all out really, really nicely. Next, I'm going to be taking a darker medium brown and mixing it with a little bit of a dark burgundy purple color, and I'm going to take a stiff brush, which is going to make the color more intense, and do that in the outer V of my eye, and then work it through my crease just a little bit, and then blend it out with a fluffy brush that I used earlier with no additional product on it, and just doing the same on the other eye, and just keep going back until you get the desired color you want and as dark as you want it. I wouldn't recommend going too dark for your pictures. Just keep it natural. Take a light medium tone shimmery shade from the same Stila palette that I used and work that under the eyes, and then I also took a shimmery gold color to put in the inner corners as a nice little highlight so the light will catch your eyes. Here's a good little trick, is using a neutral cream colored eyeliner to really open your eyes up and make you look more awake. This is very important when getting your pictures taken because you do not want to look like you are falling asleep. Next up is eyeliner, and this eyeliner is really good, but mine was drying out, so it was a little bit difficult to work with. This eyeliner is really cool. It's a L'Oreal eyeliner, I believe. I'll leave it in the description bar. But it has a really fine tip, and it doesn't dry out easily. I know mine is, but mine's super old and I need to get a new one. But it's a really good eyeliner, and I would recommend it if you are new to doing eyeliner or doing a wing, because it makes it really easy. Next up, just curling my eyelashes. I like to curl mine and make sure they stay. And the trick to getting big, luscious lashes is using 2 mascaras. Yes, 2 mascaras. So the first one I would use like a lengthening mascara, and the second I would use a volumizing mascara, and it really makes a difference. Helps keep your lashes from clumping, which I don't know why, but if you use the same mascara and just build it and build it and build it, my lashes tend to clump. And this is what's worked for me. And don't forget your bottom lashes. Those are very important to make your eyes look more awake and more wide open. Next, we're going to move on to lips. So the first shade, I'm going to give you 2 options. The first shade we're going to do is a light pink shade, and I'm just putting a moisturizing lip balm on first, and then this is the L'Oreal shade I'm using. And I'll leave all the colors down in the description bar so you guys can check those out. And I'm just putting a light wash of color, a natural pink color on my lips, so that when you are taking pictures, you don't want your lips to be flat and not be able to find them. So, and this is the finished makeup look. Just a very natural makeup look, would be very good for senior portraits or pretty much any pictures you're going to have taken. Unless you're doing like a glamour shoot or something, you could do what I'm doing now and add a deeper lipstick to just, you know, amp up the makeup look. And this is also a Milani lipstick, and that is the finished look with the deeper color. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and stay tuned for my next video. See you guys!